IPL Radio, inspiring passionate lives for the community.
Hello, IPL community. I am delighted to be joined by Kerry Ridley from My Little Bookshop. Welcome, Kerry.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming back. And we have the delight of having you in every fortnight to share with us everything that's happening in our community and the events and some amazing books that you are promoting.
Yes, yeah, it's
fabulous.
All about the WA authors. So.
Yeah, it is. It is, and we love you for it. Do you want to share with us some things that's happening, Kerry?
Sure, it's exciting. Rockingham does have their writers' convention this weekend, and that's at the Mary Davis Library out in Baldivis. I say out in Baldivis. From where the studio is, it's a 10-minute drive.
Yes, it is. It isn't that far away. Yeah. I love this. Yeah, the writers' convention, and it was actually voted. It was actually listed in the West Australian as the biggest writers' event. Oh, would you believe it? Was it last year or the year before? Was the Writers' Convention because of the publishers, and of course Serenity Press is always part of it. It was postponed and is now on this date, and we were one of the publishers. We done our we had some authors come and pitch to us, and one of them's actually been signed as well. So it's amazing great opportunity. Yes. But you learn so much at it.
Yeah, and Rachel Johns is going to be doing one of the workshops.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah, she is amazing and a very busy lady.
Yeah. So fun though. She is just so down to earth and so fun.
She's a hoot.
She is such a hoot.
And David Wish-Wilson, he's done 4 books. I've got one in my bookshop. Yeah. And I absolutely loved it.
Are you going, Kerry? Well, you're a busy bee. Weekends are always full, I'm sure.
I'm north of the river this weekend, so I'm at Chittering for it's called a Taste of Chittering Festival, and it's held sadly at a winery on the north side of town.
You can't drive home.
So I'll be up there for the weekend. But hopefully I can pencil in next year for the writers' convention. So how convenient for it to be at a winery this weekend. So hence you'll be probably bringing, to stay there the whole weekend for that. Oh, absolutely. No driving home. And of course from Rockingham, it feels like you're driving up through to Geraldton near enough. So.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, that is so fun. What else? I see you've got a nice list for us there.
We do. We have coming up on the 16th of October is the annual Rockingham Community Fair, and that's held at the Village Green, just up the road from here.
Yes.
So that is always a huge day for Rockingham. So, and they have all sorts of like entertainers and
the green shows. Is such an amazing, whenever it's good weather, of course. If the weather's good. Yes. The green is always such an amazing location and venue for an event, isn't it? You can see people bringing their things to sit out on and the big bandstand and things like that.
It's huge. And I think it's from 10 till 4. And so I'm really looking forward to being at that one. And so you're there with your My Little Bookshop? Yes, that's fabulous. Right. So this will be the first time I've gone to one of these, but I do know that they've been around forever. Yes. And as we discussed before, I have driven past one occasionally.
Me too.
I should have been there.
I didn't know about that. So thank you for coming and sharing with everyone about that, because if we don't know, we can't arrange to go.
Yes, and there's so much great stuff that goes on in and around Rockingham. So... I'll diarise that one, people. Definitely the 16th. And also in the city on the 8th to the 10th, which is like next weekend in Northbridge. Now, I know it's going to seem strange because it's called the Ubud Writers and Readers Festival. However, it's being held in Perth, obviously, due to travel restrictions and all of that kind of stuff. That is always been, you can actually either go to Bali and Ubud as part of the Writers' Festival, or you could have the choice and be here in Perth. And they've always combined them. So this year, with restrictions, it's all a lot of live streaming, on the big screen.
Trying to get the experience without being physically there kind of thing, is it?
Yes, they've got Gillian O'Shaughnessy, so she's going to be there, a bit like an MC. Yes. So, and Julia Baird, which I'm sort of looking forward to seeing. So, but they do all these wonderful, like physically in Perth, they do all these wonderful sort of like Balinese lunches and breakfasts and things like that, just to keep sort of, the vibe
The vibe
going.
alive.
Yeah.
Isn't the writing community amazing? What they create and what you can experience. And most events are, they're not that expensive to attend or free.
No, most of the events
Yeah.
that are on the Saturday and Sunday, they're on an average between, I think, sort of maybe $15, $20.
And the
a ticket.
experience that you get, even the energy when you go there, the atmosphere,
Yes.
isn't it? It's just buzzing and it just fills your cup, doesn't it? Because you're like, wow. And you get to experience things that you could never expect,
Yeah, yeah. So if you wanted the tickets for that, if you went to writingwa.org, their website has all the tickets and information about
Writing
that.
WA are an amazing resource for authors, absolutely.
Yes.
And readers, of course, because when you sign up, you get to meet all the local authors as well. So, it's beautiful.
And I find it just exciting because, being out on the road with my bookshop on weekends, it's not very often I get the opportunity to go to these things and, meet everybody who's in the little literary world of WA. So that's all really cool that I get to meet some.
You have to wait for them to come to you because you're in your base in your shop.
Yeah. Well, that's actually, we're going to be out at the Queriting Ag Show. So that's being done out there, and I'm actually going to be in the city.
There we are.
Festival, so yeah.
See, that's it. Whenever you are, you've got multiple things that you've got a team now, haven't you, that are out there in the road, so you can manage that and the things you really want to be. That's the joy of growing in your business, isn't it?
Yes,
you get to do
you
that.
hit the nail on the head. It's like I don't actually feel like I'm working when I get to go to these events. So that's always a plus. And then that someone else is actually out there working. There's like slight tinge of guilt to that. Yeah.
No, you gotta let it go. It's all for a reason. It's research.
That's right. Research, networking,
absolutely. You've brought some books with you today. Can you share and maybe hold it up to the camera so people can see?
This one here, which is Step Parenting with a Purpose, Carolee Katzenbarnes. Took me a little while to
get that name out. Well done.
This is a really good book. It is such a down-to-earth story of boundaries for families, when to stick your nose in and when not. And a lot of this is her personal stories as well. So I found it, if I could compare it to maybe like, Dr. Phil.
Yes.
How it's very to the point.
Yes. And
this is the way it is. That's how this book is written. But at the end of each chapter, there's just like this gorgeous little ray of sunshine that it's all going to be okay.
Yeah.
But very much about dealing with family members, extended family members and that kind of thing. And, keeping a focus on the kids all round.
Well done to Carolee, because she's obviously written this to help other people because of her own experiences.
Yes.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
So
she as she said to me, she said she wasn't expecting to, marry a man that came with children.
Yes.
So it was a whole new world for her. But such a lovely lady, and she's totally thriving.
Yeah, good on her, good on her. And we have Happy Hearts. It's a beautiful book. It's beautiful.
It is, by Javita Nilsson.
And important, isn't it? Important message in it for families.
Yes, it's all about... as we are all sort of getting older, and I'm in that category of grandparents. So if you do have, the littlies, and they just really struggle when a grandparent passes away, and they just miss them. And they the little ones sort of get lost while all the adults are sort of,
the grieving, but they don't understand what's happening.
And they just don't understand, like, why are all these people coming to my house and things like that. So this story is just about a little boy who basically misses his grandma. So he has a dream and he goes off on this little adventure and he catches up and he finds his grandma, and they sort of go on a little journey throughout the story, and that it's all going to be okay and grandma is still around. And then so when he wakes up, that he feels much better because he knows where grandma is now and he got to see her and talk to her, and that is, she's always in his heart.
Oh, beautiful. And the illustrations are gorgeous.
Oh, they're beautiful.
They're so beautiful.
Yeah.
And it is Grandparents' Day this month on the 30th of October. Oh, no. No, sorry, next month on the 30th of October. I'm in October already. October is next week,
same,
everyone.
same.
Don't panic. And so yeah, it's Grandparents' Day in October on October 30th. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm
so
going to have to
there you
diarise
go.
that one.
You're going to have to and send a memo out to all of your family.
Yes.
Did you know it's Grandparents'
Yes,
Day?
yeah.
There is a Grandparents'
There's
Day.
another day, and it'll be about me.
Yes. And own it, everyone, if you're a grandparent out there. You've earned it.
Yes. So I actually took my grandson, who's 4, I took him out to Penguin Island last week because, Penguin Island
is fun.
reopened again
for
the
very
season.
good. Yes.
So, and we just went out there and we just had such a fantastic time. And I thought it has that little bit of stereotypeness in it, So when I dropped him back home to Mum and Dad's, that's when he sort of started and set up and all of them things. But we just spent a fantastic day together. And that's where you think being a grandparent is just the best thing ever.
Yeah, you get to have the fun, don't you?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about instilling all of the morals and everything, foundations that the parents do.
Yes.
You get to have the fun and show them that life's for having
yeah,
fun
because
with.
we've been there and done that.
Yes, absolutely. You instilled it in your children so that they can instill it in theirs. You don't have to do it again. There we go.
That's right. Ice cream for breakfast. Bring it on.
Oh, yes. Well, that's one part comes with living in Australia, doesn't it? On those hot days, ice cream.
Yes. Yeah.
It's one of the perks. Kerry, thank you so much for joining us. Is there
You're
anything else you
welcome.
want to share? Did you go through everything?
No, I think we've covered all.
Yay!
Bases. Yes.
Oh, so there you are, everyone. If you're looking for something to do, there's lots there that will keep you entertained and your family entertained. Thank you, Kerry. We'll see you
Thank
again
you.
in 2 weeks' time.
Sure thing.